Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you guys joining us from today. I hope you guys are having a really good time today. But officially begin, I wanted to know where are you guys came from. Please let me know on the chat Zoom because I see now there are 100 participants here. So I wanted to know where are you guys came from because I bet you guys are from the different countries. India, Thailand, wow, Philippines, wow, okay, wow, and the answer, so many answers here. Wow, we are really in a multicultural. Wow, from Kazakhstan, hello everyone, India, United Kingdom, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, Malaysia, hello, Nepal, Mexico. Wow, there are so many of you guys from different countries. I think we truly have the world in one Zoom room. That's so powerful. Okay, and don't forget to update your Zoom profile into name underscore country so we get to know you guys better. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Zarani Putri, and I'm of the part of Youth Break the Boundaries as event team, and I'll be moderator for today's onboarding session for Japan Youth Summit 2026. I'm so excited to see so many passionate young leaders here. Okay, so before we actually begin, for those who are new and still curious, have you guys know about Youth Break the Boundaries? The one who held this event. Do you guys know about something about Youth Break the Boundaries? No, okay, a little bit. So we conduct a lot of youth summit in different countries, and right now we will begin one of our exciting event, which is Japan Youth Summit 2026. And for this is my first time joining. Oh my God! Yes, thank you so much for your excitement. I hope this will be your first experience that is memorable for you. So for this year theme, Japan Youth Summit 2026, we have the theme. You guys can see in the virtual background, our this year's theme is Innovation Beyond Borders, Building the Future Through Collaboration. So this is all about the collaboration, and in the upcoming presentation, we'll talking about a lot of related topics for the event. And Japan Youth Summit 2026 will be held on in the Osaka, the 10th until 14th of May. Those summit by the Youth Break the Boundaries. So this event is a global platform that brings together young leaders from around the world to share ideas, discuss global issues, and build cross-cultural understanding, collaborate on impactful projects. And also, the summit gathers youth who care about innovation, sustainability, leadership, and international cooperations. And of course, the best part is you'll be doing all of that in Japan, one of the most innovative and culturally rich countries in the world. Okay, because this is the first pre-orientation or the onboarding session for the Japan Youth Summit. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. My voice is full. Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me clearly now? Okay, thank you so much. So, actually start. I'm curious. In one word, what from the Japan Youth Summit? Either it's networking or innovation, or I wanted to make friends, or just having a new experience. Please tell me. Networking, cultural, collaboration, innovation ideas. Wow, there are a lot of um, thoughts from you guys. Uh, yeah, so currently we have 100 participants from this platform. Networking opportunities, friends and experiences, sharing ideas, working on. Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for your thoughts on this. So without further, let's just get into the material session. We will have the material presentation by our speaker, which will talking about the brief or the general information about the Japan Youth Summit 2026. And please keep your microphone muted unless it's speaking on the Q&A session. And if you have questions, please keep it, and we will. You guys can ask it later on the Q&A session. And feel free to turn on your camera if you're comfortable and use our virtual background as it provided on the chat Zoom, because we love to see your faces. We get to know you guys better by that. Okay, so just get started. Our speaker is already here. Hello, Dea.
Hi, Rani. Can you hear my voice clearly? Okay.
Okay, are you ready to share your material?
Yes, of course.
Okay, the time is yours.
Okay, guys. First of all, before I begin today's presentation for our onboarding session, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, guys. Welcome to Japanese Summit 2026 onboarding session. My name is Catherine Andrea, and I'm from the event Paris. And today we will be talking about, as Rani have said before, we will be talking about the general knowledge and general information about the Japanese Summit 2026. Okay, without any further ado, I'm going to start my presentation and I'm going to share the screen here. Wait just a minute. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, of course. You
Okay,
are taking
thank you for the confirmation. Okay.
Loading, by the way.
Okay, now without any further ado, I'm going to begin my presentation. Hello guys, this is the onboarding session for Japanese Summit 2026 titled You Are In, Let's Begin. And in today's onboarding session, I will be covering a few things. First of all, I will be giving you guys a brief introduction about the Youth Break the Boundaries, about the organization. As I've noticed, this is some of you guys' first time on participating in one of our programs. So I'm going to do a little bit of introduction to our organization. And of course, I will also will do an introduction to the program itself, Japanese Summit, so you guys can have a better understanding of what the objective and the purpose of this program, Japanese Summit. Okay, now we get into real. First of all, I want to congratulate you guys and officially welcome you guys. Now that you are here in our onboarding session, that means your application process for you guys that have applied to become a candidate for the fully funded participant. That means your application process has just begun. Now you guys will begin the step by step to actually becoming the official fully funded participant. And if for you guys that register for this program under the fully funded participant session, that means this is the first step of you guys before officially joining the program in May 11 until May 14. So congratulations and welcome to all of you guys. Now I'm going to begin the introduction to Youth Break the Boundaries as the organization that helped the Japanese Summit program. Okay, so actually, organization needed to empower youth working on also the cultivation of global insight. So our main mission or our main purpose is to inspire youth to break through barriers and boundaries, hence our organization name, by equipping them with the necessary skills and opportunities to thrive in a globalized world. So through this, especially through our programs, especially in here through our Japanese Summit program, we want you guys to be able to have a platform to actually translate your guys' education, your guys' knowledge, or your guys' passion and in various subjects about some issues around the world into a real life project that can give a real life impact. So that is our main purpose as an organization. And that platform we provide to you guys through our series of programs, international summits, workshops, and also leadership programs. And from that programs and from that platform, we as an organization, we the boundaries to young individuals and youth to not only gain leadership experience, but also to connect with peers, professionals, and also global leaders who share their vision of making a positive difference, not only from you guys' country, but also from around the world. So that is our main purpose as an organization. So next. And besides Japan Youth Summit, this is all the other programs that we have in our organization. There's Korea Youth Summit, Istanbul Youth Summit, Middle East Youth Summit. Just a few weeks ago, we just wrapped up the first Korea Youth Summit of this year. And a few days ago, we just also wrapped up our programs that we have wrapped up earlier this year, and one of the programs that also ongoing right now alongside Japan Youth Summit is also Middle East Youth Summit. That program is also ongoing right now, and the upcoming program that also already opened the registration for is actually World Youth Festival, the Vietnam chapter. So if you guys want to know more about information about all of this program, you guys can definitely visit our official website, or you guys can visit the official website and the official Instagram page of all these programs, so you guys maybe can know a little bit better about our programs and of course our mission in each those programs. Okay, now that the introduction for the Youth Break the Boundaries in our program has been done, now I'm going to continue to introduce you guys about the program itself that we held the onboarding session right now, that is Japan Youth Summit. So the Japan Youth Summit is an international program that's being held by us, of course, Youth Break the Boundaries, that is dedicated to empowering young generation to be able to take an active role in shaping a sustainable future. So as a platform, we want Japan Youth Summit brings you guys together, youth from across nation, under the background and under the spirit of our tagline, our official Japan Youth Summit tagline, that is Innovate for Tomorrow. So, wait a minute, guys. At the heart of the summit itself lies the innovation and technology project competition. So this is the main thing that we will help in for Japan Youth Summit. It is the innovation and technology project competition as aligned with our tagline, that is Innovate for Tomorrow, where you guys, participants, can design and also present innovative projects that aim to create real innovative impact. And these projects are also directly connected and also aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, with especially for Japan Youth Summit, where we primarily focus on 5 SDGs. That is SDG 4, SDG 8, SDG 9, SDG 11, and also SDG 13. And as you guys can see here, this is the objective or the purpose of the Japan Youth Summit program itself. So the first one is, of course, to strengthen the capacity of young people as future leaders through exposure to global issues and collaborative problem solving. So we want, as I've stated before, we want to be able to provide a platform where you guys can translate your education, your knowledge, and also your passion to a real life project that can bring a real life impact. And we also want to foster mutual understanding and cross-cultural cooperation through youth innovation to address current and future challenges. And we also, of course, want to connect young leaders with peers, mentors, and organizations to be able to establish a long-term collaboration, not only from each your guys' own country, but also from other countries around the world where we can collaborate and can connect to address worldwide issue and also to address current and future challenges. And also we want to be able, as I've said before, we want to be able to provide a platform where you guys can design and implement impactful projects aligned with global sustainability goals. And at last, we also want to be able to build a strong alumni network to ensure the continuity and success of the Japan Youth Summit in the years to come. And talking about alumni, these are the alumni list of our previous Japan Youth Summit. So our previous participants come from many other countries. There's people from Indonesia, from India, from Nepal, from the US, from UK, from Qatar, from Turkey, Japan, China, and many other countries. And that is proven that we want to provide you guys a platform where young people across the nation, across the country can connect and can address future challenges or real life world issues and can make impact by solving those issues through your guys' projects that will be conducted in this Japan Youth Summit program. Okay, so the next one, as I've done a brief introduction about the organization, I want to also state that these are the main theme for this year Japan Youth Summit, that is innovation beyond borders, building the future through collaboration. And as I've said it before, these are the 5 SDGs that we are going to focus on. There is SDG 4 about quality education, SDG 8 about inclusive economic development, SDG 9 about industry, innovation, and infrastructure, SDG 11 about sustainable cities and communities, and also SDG 13 about climate change. So will be the primary SDGs that we will focus on in this Japan Youth Summit. And if you guys are registering or participating in this program under the fully funded participant, you guys actually know that you guys are required to make an essay to submit as a candidate for the fully funded participant, and you guys can choose one of these SDGs as the main topic for your essay and for your project. So I very much encourage you guys to do a deep dive and educate yourself more about this SDG. It's the main 5 main SDGs that we will focus on in the Youth Summit that we will have on May. So it is very much encouraged, and it is very much can be so you guys can be well prepared to understand better about this SDG, as these are the SDGs that we will focus on, especially in your project for the summit itself. Okay, now that we have did a brief introduction about the organization and about the program, I want to talk about the program mapping. So this is the general program mapping for all the Youth Break the Boundaries program, especially, of course, for Japan Youth Summit. So there's 3 phases for the program mapping. So there's pre-event phase, there's event phase, and there's post-event phase. So as of right now, we are of course at the pre-event phase. And in this pre-event phase, we as the organization, we would like to provide you guys, we would like to prepare you guys and give you guys some information and all the knowledge about what you guys can prepare to participate in our program. So on how we do that, how we prepare you guys to be well prepared to participate in our program, we will be doing a bunch of session, either that through live session, through webinar, or through mentoring. So if you these 3 sessions, this live session, webinar, and mentoring are the platform that we provide to you guys to be able to be prepared for the summit itself on May. So for the live session itself, if you guys are updated and keep up to our official Instagram page, Japan Youth Summit Official, you guys can see that we have already did two previous live session, and the next live session actually are going to be held tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. In the time zone plus GMT 7. So please note that, and I very much encourage you guys to stay tuned to that last session, because we will be talking with our program ambassador about the program itself, about the experience, and what you guys can bring and what you guys can get through participating in our program, that is Japan Summit. So I pretty much encourage you guys to stay tuned to the live session tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. in plus GMT 7 time zone. And also other session and other platform that we will be providing you guys to be well prepared for this program are through mentoring session. So this mentoring session, we will do it through our pre-orientation series that we will begin after this onboarding session. So after this onboarding session, we will hold a weekly pre-orientation session every Saturday, and at the same time as this onboarding session, where we will share information to you guys about uh, the program itself, about how to apply for a visa, about how to get independent sponsorship if you guys want, and about the SDGs itself, and about how to do a group presentation, about how to pick an idea, about how to as well, we will give you guys the mentoring session. So there will be mentors in the upcoming weeks of this program that will mentor you guys directly about what to do with your project, and about how to wrap your project so you can present the project as a tangible idea. So that's what we doing in the pre-event phase. So after the pre-event phase, of course, we will be moving on into the event phase. Of course, the main event that will be held in May 11 until May 14, where you guys will present your project, and we will also help the international symposium. And of course, after the event phase, we will move on to the post-event phase, where there will be incubator and also alumni program. So that's about the program mapping. Now I'll move on into the next slide, which is I think very important to keep you guys up. That is the timeline of the Japan Youth Summit itself. So as you guys can see here, this is the timeline, especially important for you guys that apply as the fully funded participant candidate. So as you guys can see here, right now, for you guys that are applying as a fully funded candidate, after you submit your essay, right now you guys are entering the reviewing essay stage. So we will begin, or in the upcoming weeks we will begin to reviewing your essays that you guys have submitted. And in this reviewing phase, of course, we will review each of your essay diligently, and after that we will determine whether you pass the essay reviewing stage or not, and will be able to move on to the interview stage. So when did you guys will be informed whether you pass the reviewing stage or not? So the interview announcement for the qualified participant will be on March 5th, will be between March 5th until March 10th. So please note, the interview announcement for the qualified participant will be announced on between March 5th and March 10th. And the interview itself will be conducted the next day, starting the next day on March 11th until March 20th. And after you guys went through the interview stage, of course, we will announce the final announcement for the qualified participant in the first week of April, from either April 1st until April 10th. So that's the full timeline for you guys that are applying under the fully funded participant. And I also want to note, to give you a little bit of disclaimer, as we have stated in our official website and also in our guidelines that we have provided to you guys through our website, it is stated that unfortunately, once you pay the installment batch, the payment will be non-refundable. So we cannot refund your payment that you guys already did. But this is a disclaimer. If you guys are still not sure whether you guys will be accepted as a fully funded candidate or not, you guys can pay the installment payment after the final announcement for fully funded participants. So please remember that you guys can pay for the installment payment after the announcement, after the final announcement for fully funded participants. So you guys can be totally sure to participate if you guys want to participate in our program. So please note that you guys can pay after the final announcement, so you guys can be totally sure. And please note that again that once you pay, unfortunately, it will be non-refundable, as is already stated in our website and our guideline that we have provided to you guys. So please be 100% sure before you guys pay. And if you guys want to wait until the final announcement for the fully funded participant, you guys can definitely wait for that. So that's for the timeline of the interview and also for the installment payment. So moving on to the next, as we talk about the interview stage, to prepare you guys for the interview that some of you guys, of course, will be going through. This is are the interview rules that you guys have to pay attention to. So first, the interview will be conducted fully in English, and the dress code is, of course, you guys can wear clothes that is either formal or casual. And I want to also note to you guys that when you guys enter the interview, when you guys being interviewed, you guys have to present your project idea to the interviewer. And while you're presenting that idea, you have to present it with a PPT or presentation slide. So before, as we have about a month before the official announcement for the interview, I hope you guys can prepare for the project idea that you are going to be presenting, and please prepare also the PPT or presentation slide so we as interviewer can understand better the idea that you guys are trying to explain to us. So please prepare for that. And also the presentation duration will not be more than 5 minutes. So the interview itself, the whole interview will be conducted in approximately 10 minutes. So 5 minutes for you guys' presentation, and then another 5 minutes for the Q&A session or the interview session. So please note that you guys can present your idea more than 5 minutes. That is, unfortunately, while you guys are presenting and it is more than 5 minutes, the interviewer will cut your presentation and moving on into the next session, which is the Q&A session. So please be mindful of that the presentation will be held not more than 5 minutes. And also the interview will be conducted based on scheduled book. So in this part, I will explain it in detail after this. So if you guys are accepted to move on to the next step, which is the interview stage, you guys, of course, will receive an invitation email, an interview invitation through email. And that in that email, we will provide you guys the link so you guys can book the interview schedule based on your availability. So I will explain that in detail after this. And also the panelists' final decision is final and cannot be altered. And again, I want to remind you guys that only participants who pass the selection phase will be eligible to participate in the fully funded interview. So if you guys, unfortunately, later on March 5th until March 10th, you guys did not receive an invitation email for the interview, that means you did not pass the essay review stage and will not be eligible to participate in the fully funded interview. Okay, now moving on into the interview booking. So before that, I will explain the flow of the interview itself. As I've stated before, you guys will get the email, confirmation email, whether you guys pass to move on to the interview stage or not between March 5th and March 10th. And then after that, you guys can book your interview schedule from the link that we will give you guys through that invitation email. And after that, you will conduct your interview. First, you will be in the waiting room area as we will conduct the interview through Zoom. And then after that, you will begin your interview session. So this is the whole flow for the interview. Okay, next. I'm going to explain to you guys about the interview booking. Now, this is the example of the interview, the link that we will give you in the email when you get the invitation email where you can book your interview. So we will provide you guys with the days and the date and the time where we will conduct the interview, and you guys can choose based your own availability where in what day and what time that is most convenient for you to begin the interview. So you guys can choose, and please be mindful that as our organization based on Indonesia, so the time that is provided in this booking page are based on the Western Indonesia time. So it's GMT +7. So please be mindful of that, and then please uh, change it into your own time zone so you guys can adjust it into your own time zone so you guys can conduct the interview comfortably based on your chosen time zone based in your own time. Okay, so please be mindful, don't forget to convert the interview time to your own time zone so there will be no mistake or there will be no misunderstandings about the time that you guys will be held the interview. Okay, now we'll be moving on. As I've said before, that you guys will receive in the the official interview announcement from March 5th and March 10th, you guys will receive two types of email. Either it's an acceptance email or it is or a rejection email. And this is like the example of the email that you will be uh, getting. So for the example, you guys can see here. So I'm using the example email from the Middle East Youth Summit program, but the content will basically the same. So once you reach then you guys will either receive these two email. It's acceptance email or rejection email. And for the acceptance email, you will immediately receive the interview invitation email with the subject interview invitation fully funded candidate Japan Youth Summit 2026. And in the content of that email, as I've stated before, you guys can access the link to book your interview appointment. And also there will be other information that will provide you guys with another information that is important before you conduct the interview session. And another email that you will receive if unfortunately you will not if unfortunately you didn't pass the essay review stage, you will get an email with the subject update on your Japan Youth Summit 2026 application, and the content will be giving guys information that sadly you did not pass the essay review stage. So this is the email example that you guys will receive for either in March 5th until March 10th. So I think that's the end of my presentation. I've given you guys the information and the introduction, and I hope you guys are especially for the timeline date, so you guys can also keep updated about the timeline, and you guys can know better about to be well prepared, especially for the interview, as you guys got registered to this program under the fully funded participant. So thank you guys once again. That is the end of my presentation. If you guys have any question, you guys can ask in our next session, which is the Q&A session. So thank you guys. I will stop sharing my screen as it's the end of my presentation. Okay, thank you. I will give it back to Rani.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Dia, for presenting the comprehensive material for the Japan Youth Summit information. Thank you, everyone who paid attention to the session from the Ms. Dia. Okay, so before we open the Q&A session, we will having the documentation first. So please, if you possible to open your camera, please open it because we will documentate this session. I will wait for you guys to open your camera. Okay. Wow. There are so many of you guys who came from India and Turkey. Okay, I will wait for you guys to open your camera and prepare your best smile. Okay, I think um, you got there are um, okay, sorry, my connection is lagging. Okay, okay, I think I see a lot of you guys who open your cameras, so we will begin the documentation session. Okay, I will come down in 3, 2. Okay, wait, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, next slide. 3, 2, 1. Okay, once more. Wait, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. If you possible to open your camera to the rest of this event, that is really nice. If you guys so fine. Okay, so we will having the Q&A session because as Miss Dea presented earlier, there are so many discussion happening in the chat Zoom, and I have selected a few questions from the chat Zoom, and after I um, read from the chat Zoom, you guys can ask it through the directly through the mic. Okay, so the first one is from Kim from Thailand. For the first batch pay, is it okay to pay after interview announcement?
Okay, thank you, Rani, for the question. The question is, so for the batch one, can they pay after the interview announcement? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, as I've stated before in the presentation, you guys can definitely pay after the interview announcements, and it is stated already in our guidelines, of course, our website. Because once you pay, we unfortunately can, it is because it is non-refundable. We will not be able to refund your payment. So just to be safe, you guys can definitely pay after the interview announcement, so you guys can be 100% sure if you guys are, uh, for example, you guys are still not sure if you guys will be accepted as fully funded candidate or not, or if you guys are not accepted, you guys are still maybe a bit confused if you guys want to continue as a self-funded participant or not. So you guys can definitely pay for the installment payment for batch one or either batch one or batch two after the official announcement for the final candidate of the fully funded participant.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Hope it answered the question from Kim from Thailand. Okay, so the next question is from Sophia. So the question is, considering that it's supposedly a fully funded opportunity, is it okay to not pay beforehand and just wait for the fee to be fully paid?
Wait, can you hear my voice? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay, now as for that, the fully funded participant, you read in website again in our website and our guideline. The benefit is you guys will be provided the accommodation, especially the accommodation when you guys are from May 11 to May 14, the accommodation and also the food and also the transportation there and also the hotel. But uh, essentially, because we use the reimburse uh, we use the reimburse. Yeah, you guys have to pay first still, I think, but then we will reimburse that. That's what we stated in the guideline. But if you guys want to be 100% sure, you guys can ask our admin too if it's okay to not pay. But I think it is better if you guys pay, then it will be reimbursed after the program, as it is already stated in the guidelines. But uh, also, I want to remind you guys that the benefit for the fully funded participant is included in hotel, accommodation, and food throughout the youth summit, but we will not provide the funding for tickets and visa because you guys have still have to do to book your ticket and to apply for a visa yourself. So that's the answer that I can give you.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Hope it answered the question from Azah Sofia. Okay, the next one is from Preksha from India. So his or her, I'm so sorry if I'm pronounce it wrong. The agreement letter is not opening. Can you help it, or maybe the team?
I'm sorry. So the agreement letter cannot be opened. Oh,
Yes. Maybe Preksha, can you explain it more, or you want? Oh, so um, sent a personal chat to me. So there was the agreement letter, which is required to fill, but on the website, the link provided for the agreement letter isn't opening.
okay. So you can open the agreement letter. Yeah, I think uh, at some point, I think yesterday we just have a little bit of a technical issues with our website, but I think it's already so if you still can access the agreement letter, please contact the contact information that we uh, and that we have stated in the website, so you guys can uh, receive an immediate assist regarding that. Or you can also uh, wait. You can write your email, your personal email in the chat box, or you can personally chat it to Rani. So Rani can keep it. So we can bring that issue to our web team. So we can that you can open your agreement letter.
Okay. Okay, so you can. Okay, so he already sent the email to me. Okay, so we will move to the next questions due to limited time. So this is the question from Jayesh Gankute from India. Do the fully funded participants have to pay batch one payment too?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, Rani? Cannot.
Yeah. So do the fully funded participants have to pay the batch one payment too?
Yes, you still have to pay uh, for batch one and batch two, but as I stated again, you can pay it after the official announcement of the fully funded participants. So you guys can be 100% sure because the system that we use are the reimbursed system. So after you guys pay, we will reimburse it if you guys are accepted as the fully funded participant. But you guys can pay it after the final announcement of the fully funded participant. So you guys can be 100% sure that you will go to Japan under the fully funded participant candidate.
Okay, thank you so much. Hope it answered the question from Jayesh. Okay, next one. Well, there are a lot of questions on the chat box now. So the next question is from Hanan Abdullah from Pakistan. If we pay as per schedule, it will be reimbursed, but after announcement, it will be non-refundable.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I'm sorry, Rani.
If we pay as per schedule, it will
Uh-huh.
be reimbursed, but after announcement, it will be non-refundable.
So if
Not
you
too
guys
sure.
pay the installment payment batch according to the schedule or according to the timeline, but unfortunately, for example, unfortunately, after the final announcement that it is announced that maybe you did not actually receive the position for the funded candidate, it will be not refundable. But if you pay before the uh, if you guys pay it according to the timeline and after the final announcement it is known that you guys are accepted as a fully funded participant, then it will be reimbursed after the program.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Does it answer your question, Hanan Abdullah? You can make sure on the chat Zoom. As we wait, we will continue to read the questions from Shah Sorry? Okay. From Shahdan, from Indonesia. In worst scenario, if I didn't make it to interview or not passing the interview process, and I already pay full price of program fee, can I pay it as self-funded? And do I need to pay the program fee full price
Oh,
again?
you can definitely. If you are, unfortunately, if you already pay for the full installment, like you already paid off, and unfortunately, you in the final announcement, it is unfortunate that you did not get the fully funded participant. You can definitely still participate as a self-funded participant, and you did not have to pay again because you have already paid it. So it's you can definitely continue as a self-funded participant.
Okay. I think it answered the questions from Shahdan. Okay, so the next one is from Aishwarya Rati. The question is, could you explain why the payment of another 800 US dollar is to be paid as we are registering in fully funded section? Then also we have, I will send it to you, the question.
Okay, wait, guys, I'm gonna read the question again so I can be sure. So, could you explain why the payment of another 800 US dollar is to be paid as we are registering in fully funded section? Then also we have to check our visa and flight status. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure what are you asking here. So, but I've already stated that if you guys are still not sure whether you guys are accepted as a fully funded candidate or not, you can pay the payment for like the either batch one or batch two if you have not paid yet after the final announcement. So you guys did not have to finalize all the payment in one go or per batch if you still not if you are still not sure about it. So you can pay after the final announcement to be 100% sure. And for the visa and flight status, I think because we already stated uh, unfortunately, for the fully funded participant, the expense for the visa and also flight ticket will not be covered by us. It will be covered by yourself. So you still have to apply for a visa if you have to enter to Japan with a visa, and you have also to also book your own flight as well. But our fully funded, because for our fully funded participant, we will only provide you the accommodation the entire throughout the entire duration of the summit, not including the visa and the flight ticket.
So much for the answer. Hope it answered the question sorry, from Aishwarya. Okay, next question is someone is making sure. So if I understand it correctly, I need to pay batch one before February 28th, and then if I get accepted, it'll be reimbursed. And if I get rejected, can I still come as self? I pay the rest.
Yeah, as I already said before, if you have already paid the first batch before the final announcement of the fully funded candidate, and if it's very fortunate that you get the fully funded position, then it will be reimbursed. But if you already paid batch one, uh, but when the final announcement are made, you didn't get the fully funded position. It will not. It cannot be refund. And if you still want to continue the your participation in this event, not as a fully funded but as a self-funded, if you already pay batch one, then you can pay the rest if you want to continue as a self-funded candidate. I'm sorry, Rani, I can hear your voice.
Is it clear now?
Okay, it's clear now.
Okay. Okay, so we already read the questions in the Zoom and in the Zoom chat. And now I will give the chance for you guys who want to ask the questions directly. You can raise your hand, and then I will give you access to ask. Okay. Okay. I see two people here who want to ask. I will give it the chance to Mr. Ignatius first because Hanan and Aishwarya have already asked in the chat Zoom. Okay, so Mr. Ignatius, you can ask.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Okay. Please, I want to know, I'm speaking from Indonesia. Please, I want to know, how do we know if we are selected for the fully funded?
So you will get, so right now you are registering under the fully funded participant, and right now you are in the reviewing essay stage. So if after it is confirmed that you passed the essay review stage or not, you will receive email for the interview invitation. And after that, if you pass that, you will enter the interview session. And the final announcement, whether you are accepted as the fully funded candidate or not, it will be through an email. You will receive a final announcement email in between the date that I already told you, in between April 1st until April 10th. So the first week of April, you will whether you get the fully funded participant position or not, you will know it through our official email that we will be sent to you. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Ignatius.
Questions and answer from Ms. Dea. Okay, so then next question is from, I'm so sorry, I can't read it. I am not really know about the Thailand letter. Please, Miss or Mr. with the Thailand letter.
Yeah,
Yes.
pardon for the change of the name. I have a
Sorry.
question and doubt about the fully funded and self-funded delegates. Is that for me, I registered as a fully funded delegate, but I still get the installment for the batch one. And as stated by Miss Catherine, I guess, she said that if we don't pass as the fully funded delegates and we pay the batch one and batch two installments, we can register, we can participate as a self-funded delegate. But doesn't this makes a confusion that fully funded and self-funded are similar and we both have to pay the same amount? So what's the difference between fully funded and self-funded delegates?
Oh, so for the difference is for the fully funded participant, it is, I think, the amount of payment that you have paid is different. I'm sorry, I forgot to state it to you guys. Like, if you guys want to continue, if you guys, for example, already paid all like the installment batch for the fully funded, if you register under fully funded participant, I believe it is a different amount as is stated in our guidelines. Like, the amount is slightly different for the program fee for the fully funded and the self-funded. So if you guys already paid for, like, you guys already pay all the installment dates if you guys are under the fully funded participant, but unfortunately you did not get accepted as a fully funded participant and you guys still want to continue under the self-funded participant, you guys don't have to pay anymore because it's like a different benefit. And also I think as are stated in our guideline, like the accommodation that you guys will receive is a little bit different as a fully funded and self-funded participant. Especially I think for the hotel it will be different, and also for the transportation, but for the food is the same. And I think the difference only in the hotel and the accommodation, the transportation accommodation there. It is understood. I'm sorry, I did not catch your name.
Can I request for a follow-up then?
I'm sorry?
Is that can I ask, like, how much is the total installment fee for fully funded? As for me, in front of me, it's 360. Do we have any other payments, or that's it?
That's it. As stated in the guideline, that's it for the full We have stated in for batch one and batch two, it is already stated like the fully funded and the self-funded the nominal for the payment. It is as it is stated in the guidelines.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Due to the limited time, I think we will give only for the three person left to ask the questions. I will give it now to Andinet Amare from Ethiopia. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for the opportunity. My question is that are we going to pay the payments, the first batch or the second batch, before we get our visas? Because we don't know the result of the visa. Maybe it will be a rejection or acceptance.
So you're asking, can you make the payment after the visa confirmation? Is that the question?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes, you can also pay after the confirmation visa, because if unfortunately your visa are unfortunately rejected and you have already paid for the payment, it would be very unfortunate. So you can pay after your visa gets after you get the visa confirmation too. But please inform, like if you are already for example, if you are already accepted as a fully funded participant, but your visa is still in process, please inform the our committee that you are still in process for the visa, so we can know about your status. But you can pay it after the visa confirmation, but please inform our committee first. Is that
Okay?
yeah,
So
yes?
before I apply for the visa, so I get the acceptance or something to apply for the visa.
So for the assistance of the visa, we will provide a document assistance, especially the hotel confirmation that you will get in the following week. But other than that, to apply for a visa, you have to apply also like a personal document. So we can only provide a travel document that will be needed as in hotel confirmation. So, but other documents that will like bank statement or other necessary document, you have to provide it yourself. But we will provide you with the hotel confirmation to as a supporting document in the following week.
Okay. So do I need to send you an email, or you will send us for all of us?
You
This
will
support.
receive the supporting document in the following week, I believe.
Okay, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you too for your question.
Okay, thank you so much for the questions. We will continue. I will give the opportunity to Beck with the double K. You can.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So how I understood, we can pay the batch 1 and batch 2 after all stages of fully funded stages, and if we accepted to fully funded, we can not to pay. Is it right?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I kind of
can we don't pay the batch 1 and batch 2 until the all stages of accept to fully funded program, and after we accepted to fully funded, can we do not to pay the batches?
Yeah, if you can pay it, as stated before, also in the presentation, you can pay for either batch 1 or batch 2 after the final interview announcement if you are still not sure whether you will get accepted or not in the fully funded position. So you can definitely pay after the interview announcement. And if unfortunately you are not accepted as a fully funded candidate and you are not wish to continue participating in the program, you don't have to pay for anything as you have not paid before. So you can pay it after you are sure and after you receive the final announcement, if you are still want to continuing as a self-funded participant, for example.
Okay, thank you. And how I understood, we have to notice you to by the Gmail if our visa is in progress or rejected, yes?
Yes, so we can be sure of the visa, whether you will be able to participate or not.
Okay, thank you for the information.
Okay, thank you too for your question.
Thank you so much for the questions. Okay, the last question. I'm so sorry, guys. I know there are a lot of you guys who wanted to asking questions, but due to limited time, we will limit the question. And you guys can also ask it through our admin, or Instagram, or in the upcoming pre-orientation. And the last question, I will give it the opportunity to Murad Sarj. Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Yep.
Um, Rani and Catherine. Some question. First one, I applied under the fully funded track and would like to kindly confirm that selection status and any steps I should take while for the Catherine.
For the question, so while waiting for the application process, of course, I told you to guide during the review. And then March 5th until March, and that's the world email. And while you wait for you, whether you guys pass to the interview stage or not, of course, you guys can prepare your project ideas and your presentation, so you guys can be fully prepared once you guys get the invitation email of the interview, and then wait again until the first week of April to receive the final announcement of the interview. Okay. And you guys can also starting to prepare for a visa if you want, just in case. But yeah, I think that's all you can prepare for.
I have already mailed, but I want to get next question.
Yeah.
Would you clarify if the batch 1 payment is mandatory for participants who are awaiting funding, and how it affects receiving visa supporting documents?
Yeah, I've said it before. Like, if you still not sure whether you will pass as a fully funded participant or not, you can pay for either batch 1 or batch 2 after the final announcement of the interview, which in first week of April 1st and until April 10th. So after the final announcement, yeah, not after the interview announcement. After the final announcement, if you are fortunately pass the interview stage and receive the position as a fully funded candidate, then you can pay for the installment payment for batch 1 or batch 2. Is it your question answered?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you too, Murad.
Thank you so much.
So that is our last question for the onboarding session. I would like to thank everyone who had high excitement for this Japan Youth Summit 2026. We're so sorry, and because you were not answering all of the questions, but you guys can also ask us through the social media or in the upcoming weekly pre-orientation of the Japan Youth Summit 2026. And also thank you so much for Catherine Andrea for be the speaker for today's onboarding session. So guys, I think that's wrapped up our onboarding session. You guys maybe can react any emoji in the Zoom. How are you guys feeling for today's session? Wow, there's a lot of love reaction. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, once again, I would like to thank for all the participants here. Thank you for the excitement, and I hope you guys can also join for the weekly meeting of the Pre-Orientation Japan Youth Summit 2026. Thank you so much, everyone, for the attention. I hope you guys are all doing good. Happy weekend, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. See you in the next pre-orientation session.
Hello, can I get the recording session? Because I just got in. Earlier,
Yes.
but the Zoom was full.
We will post the recording in our official YouTube channel. So it's okay, guys. You will not miss anything. We will post it in our YouTube.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the meeting was great. So like that was the main issue. Like many of us couldn't join at the starting.